In this air quality monitoring system, all these components are already discussed. They are very much familiar to you. We are using this MQ135 sensor and 1 kilo tripod we will use, which is a potentiometer. And you can see this circuit uh, simulation in your FredZync software, and how you can create this circuit in FredZync. You have to use this MQ135 sensor. You have to connect this A0 pin of this particular sensor with this 3.3 volt or 5 volt. You can connect with the 34 pin number, and another end of this resistor you have to connect with this capacitor negative pin, and positive of this capacitor is to be connected with the last pin, which is enabled pin. Okay, so these two connection you need for this particular experiment. Okay, so this D34 connection is to be made with this variable resistor, or we can say pot, that is directly connected to A0 pin of this MQ135, and another end of this potentiometer, or we can say pot, that is connected to the negative of the capacitor, and positive of this capacitor is connected to the enable pin. That much connection you require for this air quality monitoring system. This MQ135 is a air quality monitoring sensor which can sense the air flow and the quality of that air. Okay, so it will measure the value in the form of ppm. Okay, so ppm is a variable which will measure the particular value of that content. Okay, if that is above the threshold level, we will say that air quality is not good. If that particular value is below the threshold level, we can say air quality is good. Okay, so this MQ135 sensor is used for air quality monitoring system. You have to connect, this is the A0 pin of your MQ135 sensor, that is connected to the negative of the capacitor, and positive of the capacitor is directly connected to the last pin of your ESP32 module. And one pin is to be connected to the ground, and one pin is connected to the plus VCC supply. Okay, so that much connection you have to create in your FredZync circuit. After this, we have to modify the Arduino code, and we have to upload this code into ESP32 module, and then we have to record all the ppm values of that air quality, and we will draw the graphs. We will use the data analytic tools, and we will draw the graphs how our ppm value will vary with respect to time and dates. Okay, so that much modify token number, Wi-Fi SSID, and password. Then you scroll down your complete code till bottom. Right here, you will change the API label name, and you have to change the variable name of your this particular device. Okay. For that, what you have to do, you have to create a new device into your UBI.account account. For that, you have to click on the devices, and in this device you have to create a new device. Okay, so how to create a new device? You have to click on this plus sign, and after clicking on this plus sign, you have to select the blank device. Okay, and you have to give the name of your device. So from where you can give the name of your device, this is the device name. Okay, air quality. Okay, you can give the same name which is mentioned right here. Okay, so we will modify this name, it's up to you. So we are using this name air dash quality. Okay, and we are using the same name right here, air dash quality, and we will click OK, and you will find this air quality device will be created right here. You have to click on this particular device, and you have to use the API label name. So this API label name we have created already, and you have to copy this token number, and you have to create the one variable also. So what is the variable name? As you can see in your Arduino, we have created the variable name which is named as ppm. Okay. So this variable name is created right here with the name as ppm. So this is right here. Okay. You can see this ppm variable is present right here. Okay. This is the variable name. So you need to modify these things. Either you change the name right here, or you can use the same name and use that name in UBI account to create that device. Okay. These things you have to copy the token number, and you have to paste that token number inside your Arduino code. Okay. So this is the Arduino code, and this is the token number right here. We have to modify this existing token number with the own device token number. So we will paste the token number right SID name. We are using lab number 702. So we will place the Wi-Fi SSID as B6-lab702, and there is no password for it. So that much you require to complete this program. And after this, you have to create one widget for your this particular variable which you have created as ppm. So how you can create the widget for this particular device? You have to click on the data and dashboard. After this, you will find a plus sign right here. You have to click on it, and we will select the gauge for this particular device, and we will click on the plus variable sign, and right here you will see, okay, right here you will see the device name as a air quality, and from under this particular device name you will find the variable name which is named as ppm, and you have to select this ppm variable and click OK, and you will find this variable is created right here, and that's all. Okay, that's all. After this, you have to compile the Arduino code from your Arduino in some time to execute this code. Initially, it will convert human readable language into hexadecimal codes, and that code need to be matched with the existing codes. If these codes will match, then it will give you success message. If that code will not match with the existing codes, then you will get error message. Okay. So you can see right here, this particular code is executed successfully, and you need to upload this code into your ESP32 module. So this second option on the left hand side of your Arduino, it will use to upload the code into ESP32 module. When you click on this particular option, you will find that this code is going to be uploaded into your ESP32 module, and you can see right here the process bar is showing that it is uploading the code, and right now this code is uploaded into your ESP32 module, and you can see the serial communication is going on right here. It is showing some ppm value right here in the serial communication, and you can also open your ubi.account, and here you will find the widget. Okay, and you can see right here this widget is showing some value. Okay, and these values are real time based. These values are on the real time base. You can see right here this value is changing uh, on the sensor which is present in our lab, and that value is directly is going to be stored into your UBI account, and which is changing right here. This air quality is showing the value in ppm like 43, 44, and so on. Okay, and it will sense the air quality, and it will give you the real time information of your air of ppm value of your air quality. Okay, so that's all related to this particular experiment. We will use the data. Okay, we will use the data from this particular widget, and we will use that data, and we will draw the graphs from that data. Okay, so how to use this data? All of you, you have to click on these three dots. Okay, you have to click on these three dots, and here you will find the download option. Okay, and here you will find the export data also. So when you click on this export data, okay, you will find the variable which is named as ppm. Okay, and against this variable, if you will find some data is available right here, you have to click again on these three dots and download this code. So it will ask you which email ID you want to place, and that data will be sent to that email ID. And it will ask you the dates also, from which date to you want the same data. You can use the timing also, from which time you want that particular data. Find the option right here on the bottom of this particular menu bar. You will find options right here. When you click on this option, you will find add-ins available right here. And in this add-in tab, you have to click on the analytic tool pack. Okay, you have to click on this analytic tool pack, and you have to click OK. Okay, so after clicking on data analytical part, you will find this particular data analytical option is available inside the data tab, and here you will find data analysis tab. Okay, so you have to click on this data analysis part. Okay, and what you are going to draw, you are going to draw a histogram, so you will click on the histogram. Okay, after clicking on histogram, you have to click OK. After this, what you have to do, you have to select the input range, then bin range. So what are the different? You have to select the bins from here, then output range you have to select. So you will select this output range from here also. After this, what you want to draw, this chart output you have to draw. If you want cumulative percentage, you can draw the cumulative percentage and click OK. And yes, okay. So okay, you can see right here, you have to first make these changes, and right now you can see this data is showing right here. Okay, so that's all.